aggressive, but at the same time, with the flex potential, there's going to be more damage coming in from the Aurora, and the Fredrin can be a great solution to stop the Assassin as well. In mid-movement, right? To catch with the abundance of card control that he has in his kit.
Yeah, interesting point here, but the same approach going or coming to the second phase here from the side of RRQ. They decided to limit Wheaty's hero here, Matola. Very annoying, and also somehow it can, the guiding winds, man, can save your teammates. So let's hear TLID, second phase. They already have the DPS in that Natan. They already have crowd control as well. Also Peel. So let's see here. It's going to be the jungler here. Restricted. Alpha will be taken out. Will they commit another jungler though?
I think they might. It will definitely kind of halt them as well, you know? Maybe TLID are looking to go for the the Nolan again. So RRQ, I'm wondering if they actually want to take it away. They banned out the Moskov in game 1 in this very slot that we see for RRQ. Now that the Moskov has been picked up, maybe they could go for that Nolan ban. Another ban could be. Was definitely not expecting the Cho, but yeah, the Cho actually makes sense. TLID have been able to use this. Witty has actually been amazing on the Cho. Maybe taking a few lessons from Yaoi, who's in the same gaming houses as him. Arlet ban, though, comes out as well. The Arlet was the last pick in the first phase for RRQ, utilizing it as flex, but this time it will not be available for Dyron, and we might just see the Hylos go to XP.
That's possible. In the jungle position, though, with the Alpha ban away, Hayabusa and Nolan are both available. RRQ will take that Nolan. Great balance of damages with the magic damage coming in from the Natan as well. For Team Liquid, if they're gonna go, are they gonna go with the Hayabusa? If they really want an assassin, that is an option.
The Hayabusa here, it definitely does make sense up against the Nolan, the Natan even, but the Aurora, I mean, the Ice, the passive here, it's definitely going to stop a lot of these assassin like kill pressure, right? So for TLID, what would be another option if it's not the Hayabusa for the jungle, Rashi? Do they want to go for, oh, we've seen this from Suzujin, but not from Fabian, utility jungle, like Bane maybe?
Bane. Oh. We're talking about this Bane, and there is potential, especially for against RRQ. We can just use it in response to the Glorious Pathway, but no, it's gonna be the Joy and the Terizla, so a tanky, more AoE-centric composition here that can be used to try and deal with RRQ when they clump together, like we saw in game number 1.
Well, there you go. RRQ Hoshi now just needs to wrap up their draft. Where will the Aurora go? Where will the Hylos go? Big question now as we find the last pick. No Terizla to be picked up. Dyron. Does he actually go for a carry in the XP? Is this back to Season 10 Rebellion Dyron?
Wow. Getting the rocks.
They go for Dynoman, adding more HP. It makes sense for their composition, but hey, for Dyron, definitely wanted him to go for a bit more of a flashy pick. Still, Nolan, Natan, and Aurora. I think that's enough damage, both magic and physical. They got the burst, they got DPS as well. Very well-rounded draft.
A lot tankier, but when it comes to the catch, though, again, all they have is the Glorious Pathway, right? The Daytona's Welcome is great, but it's also very short range. If they're stuck in the situation that Team Liquid is usually in, remember, a couple of times they picked the Barats, and the only engaged tool in their whole roster is a Flicker Daytona's Welcome. That doesn't usually end well for them, but I guess with the Aurora in town, with the Nolan available to try and make plays, RRQ will attempt to just go for it. And once again, it's a front to back, even though the Assassins are in the picture. A weird time we're living in.
TLID loves to play with this. It's a multi-dimensional draft. They play for the front to back, but there's always that lingering threat of the Usurper coming to flank you. It was Nolan in game 1, now it's Joy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn for the battle of TLID versus RRQ Hoshi. Once again, the Kings against the Cavalry.
Call the banners, recruit, and call in your alliances. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see if the Kings of Kings will be able to find the sweep, or will Aaron Shiki and friends actually equalize here in the second game.
Aurora and the Hylos, though, once again, it's a tough lane to be in for Yehezkiel. We've seen the Zaz get countered so often in the current state of things. Looking at the emblems, though, hang on a minute. Fabian.
Stun on towards Fabian, and that's just them saying hello to each other in the first minute.
Hello.
Emblems by IndieHome though, showing tenacities for both Edok and Dyron. But Skylar goes for the Bargain Hunter, so not really concerned about the safety. He wants that snowball, gets the gold buff as well. And the 2 ruptures for Sutsujin and Rins means that the early damage is definitely going to be more respectable. And Team Liquid ID might have to be a bit more careful here.
You can see that Aaron this time, I mean, just game 1 as well. Aaron has been able to actually utilize the carry to win out against the Harith early. Now on the Moskov, this is a matchup that actually favors him in terms of trades. Edok relieving that pressure away. As expected, great move by Aaron, just staying disciplined, not trying to over-punish Skylar.
Ooh, Fabian though, face-to-face against Rins.
For the assassination early. Did not get a good spacing there by Rins as well. And then the other side, it's Dyron and Ron here. You have to be careful. Dyron is not level 4 yet. So no crowd control threat there, as the turtle is up now.
Yeah, has kill 4. Seems up top. Rins will be trying to take that XP. Will be able to get level 4 as well. Let's see if Edok gets an advantage over Witty with level 4. Doesn't seem so, but he is ahead. So he will be able to get that faster than Witty. Maybe this will be the King's proactive move to go for the neutral objective. Sutsujin securing the orange buff. Now into the Lord they go.
See who will do first blood here. Knock up Royce Butler with the flicker penalty zone as well. Now Ron actually taken down, and Rins finds the turtle. That is RRQ finding first blood of Fabian, returns the favor. The Dino taken down 1-for-1. The Newt though falls to the hands of RRQ.
Skirmish in the bottom lane too. The strike first.
It's gonna be TLID finding the space, finding and able to finding the close the gap here. Zedok. He's stuck, he's a horse, but he cannot run.
Fabian is asserting the dominance there, just jumping straight onto Sutsujin, but look at the counter. Woo!
Good Purify to escape.
Purify on the Hezkiel, definitely not what we're used to. Oh, Entropy though, blocked by Skylar, 1v1.
Oh, this is it. Aaron and Skylar going at it here early on, but no casualties though. Let's see your top lane. Will they engage more? I don't think so.
Wow, man, super impressive from Aaron. I think most of the doubts from a lot of the people watching as well has been, okay, Aaron, all right, TLID, you guys have been performing, but you've been performing against the teams in the lower part of the standings. How are you going to do up against a winning team? And so far, so good. Despite the game 1 loss, they lost composure, but they've still been very impressive. I think especially Aaron in these big games. Game 1, matching Skylar in lane. Not a lot of players can actually do that in Indonesia, and especially not a rookie like Aaron. This man on the Moscow able to go toe-to-toe with the league's, one of the league's very best.
But if you look at the rotations and the goal difference here, Skylar is having a bit of an advantage. That's because of the backup though. Forward entropy by Skylar.
It's the tough boots early actually, yeah, from Aaron that actually has given him a way to tank up the damage. Because for Skylar, he's not really too concerned. He didn't go for the warrior boots. He went straight for the Feather of Heaven. Has still the small component boots. Oh, onward.
It's a good onward. Onward Zion, who receives a lot of damage, flickering out. Daytona's welcome.
Oh!
Damage isn't there. She's sustainable with the Glorious Battery as well. And that is actually the outlet. TLID lost 2 members. At the end of the day, Dyron falls, but TLID, things are not looking good here in the early game.
Dyron wants that MVP back to back. Even on the Barats, he makes it look flashy.
Usually on the Barats, you're kind of passive, you just react to what's going on, but he's actively forcing Team Liquid to respect his presence. That is what you want from an EXP laner. RRQ, a 1k gold lead. We've seen Team Liquid recover from a situation like this before, but Skylar is just scaling a lot harder this time. So Sutsujin Dyron.
Dynaman.
2-for-1 now. Sutsujin and Dyron working together. The tag team is real, and Aaron will fall. Another trade for the Kings of Kings.
Terizla is tanky, but the Mercenary with the Nolan constantly just slashing back and forth. It'll take some time, but the tankiness of the Terizla won't last. Not against a snowballing Sutsujin, who's already on the way to a Heptaseas. 100 strike first item into the Heptaseas. You know what he's looking for when you go for that itemization, Arashi. He's just looking for the back line. Aaron's gonna be super vulnerable. Ooh,
Even the bot side here, everyone, whoa!
No, not collapse just yet though, that's Sweetie. Engaging on towards Rin's, flicker out, good composure. Now the passive triggered, he will fall still. Yes, Gil securing that kill now. Sutsujin looking for a flank, Edok still holding on, but damage from Sutsujin actually caused problems for Weedy. Dyron securing the Dino, looking for more. Fabian slowly but surely looking for the flanks here. Actually will not deal damage just yet. Edok finally falls to the hands of Iran. Dyron still holding on, but Sutsujin comes back, securing the assassination, looking for the double. Will he get the triple is the question as another member falls. And Aragil, they're going ham here mid-game.
Skylar, the king, called for his bannerman. A mercenary showed up, Sutsujin, in the very end to clean the cavalry up. As Dyron just held them off.
As a result, they did lose a topside turret, but man, Skylar, and trooping forward, juking everyone. I was looking for where he was. I thought he got taken out, but no! Guess the turret gets out.
Timing did perfectly with the dominant descent now. Edok stunned up.
That's a tank.
But he is that tank. And the last turtle here will fall again to the Kings of Kings. Perfect turtle, perfect early game. Let's see what they can do entering mid-game.
Game 1, it was 50-50 for the Cavalry and the Kings, but it seems in Game 2, shoutouts to Banana, who's actually restreaming back at home. Ladies and gentlemen, go and try to visit here, Mr. Banana Man. Whoa. Up top, there's a trade, at least for TLID. And it does seem like Aaron Shiki will be able to pick up the glorious pathway. Fabian gets out.
Same style here, but Fabian caught in the jungles of Kings of Kings. And they say, get out of the jungle, Fabian. This is not yours.
Nothing is free. There's just nothing free in the jungle of RRQ. Impressive flicker from Dyron, man. Just secures the kill.
Don't forget the
to Fabian. Man, with that play now, RRQ can equalize and start just clearing. There's no solution for Skylar thus far. He's just been able to do whatever he wants.
We saw the performance of this Nolan on Fabian earlier on, and Sutsujin, he was just copying what Fabian did.
A man's trash is another man's treasure. My goodness, Sutsujin for Evos, he didn't make it to playoffs 2 seasons. He didn't make it to playoffs with Evos, but with RRQ, he is shining.
And look at the trade coming in. They go for the mid turret. They're going to let go of the bottom turret, presumably. Skylar picks up the Holy Crystal as well. On top of that, with the Radiant Armors built up for RRQ, there's just so many ways for them to deal with the Heskel and Fabian. They can just they kind of can focus Iron Shiki and just make sure that they itemize against Fabian and the Heskel. In that way, they're just making sure that overall, right, they have good tankiness built up.
It's been phenomenal, man, now for RRQ Hoshi, and like you said, it's about the stacking of Edok with the Hylos and Dyron, the Dino, with the Barats. Man, when it comes to the health bars, it does get quite ridiculous. That was the punish. They knew there was no carry. The Moskov was picked up in the first phase, and that's why they stacked up. Dyron! Oh, he's trying to go for the nom. You can't do it to the lower, Dyron. No! Whoa! Skylar!
My goodness. My goodness. Rarely do we see an assassin running away.
Look at me, man.
Against a marksman.
I am the assassin now, says Skylar, and trooping forward in the face of the joy.
It wasn't an assassin running away from a marksman. No, it was a usurper running away from a king. And this king has no plans to lose this game. 9,000 gold lead, a Lord marching in the mid lane. A siege this time from the Kings. As they march onward, they get the holy defense already. Oh, Dyron!
Whoa, styling,
He's shuffling!
What? Now with the glorious pathway, it opened things up here for the side of RRQ to take the base turret down. Will they go for more here is the question. Entropy pops. Optical damage there and Cheeky. Very low now. Purified pops by Skylar, but Fabian isolated. Will he be able to get out of this? Oh my goodness, perfectly timed by Rins. What a combination there. The symphony of skill from RRQ. It's just working together.
The Ice Queen, Rins.
You can't escape. Oh, Skylar, and moving forward.
I wonder with the penalty zone though, the damage is there and will be enough to take Skylar down. Weedy will be the trade, but they told us lock them here. Should be killed. Iron Chiki goes down. The base now wide open here as Yeskill. Again, the sole survivor. But RRQ, the Kings of Kings. In the Game of Thrones, the Kings, they are hard to beat. So in the Land of Dawn, it's the same.
They continue the streak. The rebuild of the kingdom continues as strong as ever. Calling for the mercenary, calling for their bannermen. The king prevails. No longer shall it just be a title that means nothing. Rex Regum Kaon. This title might be real this season.
RRQ issuing out the challenge. Who wants to be king?
God damn it, Ragnar. Against the cavalry, they did not yield. A full force, young team that always just goes for aggression, and RRQ outmaneuvers them, out team fights them.
Yeah.